All right, good morning everyone who is in Australia, and hello everyone all over the world. If you're somewhere else, it's a day, night, and whatever else it is where you are. Thank you very much for tuning in. You might be catching this stream live, or you might be watching this stream as an archived video kind of on my channel afterwards. Regardless, I hope this would be somewhat entertaining for you, even though this time it's not going to be highlights of the stream, but it's going to be everything with its ups and downs and whatever. First and foremost, especially if you're new to my streams, please use the chat. Talk to me. My chat is projected on my screen, so I will try and acknowledge your presence and have a chat with you. That's what makes it most fun. Premise of this is that if you have been following any of my previous videos, previous kind of communication with my people, I have been having genuine issues with connectivity, and poor connectivity definitely spoils the fun. Spoils the fun massively. I cannot make any apologies for that. So I have decided, I listened to you, my people, in the comments, and I've decided to roll another character, to try rolling another character on a Japanese data center. Before I was playing on a North American data center on the server Siren, and it's been very on and off. It has been not bad. It's been bearable at first, like few weeks ago, very first few videos that I posted post my migration to Final Fantasy XIV from World of Warcraft. It's been okay, but then it kind of went downhill pretty quickly and wasn't enjoyable whatsoever, wasn't enjoyable at all. So what I've decided instead to do is roll a character on a Japanese data center and just check it out. And yeah, that's what we're doing today, sharing impressions, running a couple of dungeons possibly. I do not have all that much time this morning, so it's going to be a short stream. Probably, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes. We will see how we go, depending on also activity that happens in the chat. If I never know when my people are online, I know that from YouTube analytics, I know that this is probably the worst time for me to stream because it's early morning in Australia and majority of my people, turns out, come from other parts of the world. So you probably are all sleeping, my friends. No harm done, that's okay. I'm just going to record this, almost intending it as if it's a little bit less polished, but a little bit of a video for you to watch afterwards. No harm done. So take a look at this before we start doing anything, queuing for duty find or whatever. So first of all, why did I roll on Ramu server? I wanted to go to Thornbury and I wanted to go to Kujata, which were both servers recommended by the community on Reddit and other places, suggesting that that's where English-speaking players are on Japanese servers. Would make sense. It would make sense. But when I started rolling a new character, the game basically said to me, hey, if you'd like this massive, which is a pretty massive 100% if I'm not mistaken, experience buff to the new players as road to 70, then roll on these new servers or newbie friendly servers. Ramu was offered to me, and I just thought, you know what, so be it. I'm just gonna jump on, I'm just gonna go for it. And so far I've been flying. I haven't even been playing all that much, to be honest with you. It's been like maybe 2 days and not full days. Like, I'm a grown man, I have other responsibilities, but with the limited amount of time that I had, I actually was very okay with this. Take a look at the latency here at the top. On American server, on a North American server, I have never seen sending, like very low sending, and receiving sort of under, often even under 1000, whatever that unit is right now. If you know what that unit is it in milliseconds, is it in something else? That number 890, 850 right now, but it's under 1000. On American servers, I'm telling you, very rarely I've seen a number, receiving number under 2000. Very rarely. And whatever that is very bearable. And I didn't capture this on stream, but when I was logging into the game right now, just a few minutes ago, the login screen where you select your character, it actually in the top right corner said to me that the connection is good. That is like I have never seen that before. For me, normally what I see is poor connection, but in this particular case, there you go. So this is fantastic. I'm really happy with this, even though right now as I talk to you, it kind of is fluctuating. As we can see, the receiving number just kind of jumps sort of towards high thousands, which may or may not mean anything, to be honest. I've seen all sorts on an American server. Anyway, so what are my first initial impressions? Hey, I barely communicated with community here, but someone immediately invited me to join a free company, and I have not explored yet the benefits of free companies. I do know that they share a chest, kind of like World of Warcraft equivalent would be a guild chest. So you would potentially get access to gear, you would potentially get access to, you know, to some crafting materials, some other kind of things. I so far have not benefited from this anyhow. I barely saw a couple of people jump on and say anything, you know, in the chat. Yesterday late night it was happening for me. Yeah, so joined the free company, kind of just accepted the invitation for what it was worth, and now I'm just going to see. First of all, I probably am going to expand my research and see if there is any benefit in me staying within a free company, or if it's kind of more beneficial for me to be on my own. From people who have already been following me, following my adventures a little bit, they know that I generally play solo, I play casually, and that's not just because of particular personality traits, but it's because I don't normally want for people to think that they depend on me if, let's say, I'm rostered into some organized groups or organized raiding. Like, I usually try to avoid that because of how unpredictable my playtime is. I play a lot, but it's unpredictable. It's very opportunistic. In this particular case, it's much easier for me as a migrant to Final Fantasy XIV, as a casual player, as someone with a little community here and genuine interest in the game. It's much easier for me to play on my own, kind of like that. So that's that. That's for you to understand the sort of, you know, the what drives me in this particular sense. So at the moment, also what's good about this new character, while we're sitting here in the queue for Duty Finder for leveling, what's cool is that I got to take my time a little bit, and I got to go through the initial main story quest line again, which I was clicking through a little bit because first of all I knew where it's going, and second of all I was just a little impatient. I wanted to get this character to somewhat sensible level range where I can actually start playing a tiny bit, you know, like with a bit more of a content that I started enjoying on an American server, on Siren. But in this case it was fast. I have to say it was fast. And what was different this time? Well, first of all, the server itself gave me that road to 70 buff. I don't think I had that. I don't think I had that in on the previous server. First of all, don't think I had that. And secondly, I keep seeing this buff that I haven't seen before either. At least I don't think I have seen it, right? It is this Heart of Battle, like whatever that is. And that apparently also increases my, you know, experience earned in battle. So which is quite fantastic. Additionally to that, because I pre-ordered Endwalker expansion, I got this earring. We spoke about the earring already. So the earring is boosting the experience gains by 30% all the way to 80, which is fantastic as well. And after doing the Hall of Novice, training for tank role in this particular case, all the exercises have been completed by me. I have also, in case you are somewhat new or whatever to the game, still catching up, I suppose, on what the game has there in store for you, I'm actually quite impressed with this early itemization, early gear that you can get, early benefits that you can get. And I got this ring as a final reward award that's given to you for completing of your Hall of Novice exercises. Hello, Maisie. Hello, my friend. I'm not too bad. How are you? How are things with you? I hope you're keeping safe. And I know I always say that to you, but I'm gonna say it again. I always appreciate all of your comments to my videos, and you really are guiding me a little bit through that space. Another spontaneous stream, my friend. Just decided to pop in and see how my performance on a Japanese server is gonna go. And so far, it's been good. I'm just queuing right now in Duty Finder for something. Hopefully the Deepcroft, because I need to do Deepcroft for my MSQ progression. But so far, yeah, it's been good. It's been really good. And I was just recapping my gear here and just taking a look at my pretty much almost a mirror character to the one that I've been so attached to lately on the American realm. And I quite like the Marauder, well, turning warrior in only 3 levels, and we're pretty much there. With these massive boosts, we're pretty much there. That's that. That's that. Let me take a quick look here. I need a certain key binding over here, which I have forgotten. What did I have that? Let's take a look at this very quickly. Hotkeys. Excellent, excellent. I now remember what I needed to do. Wonderful. I think we're going to do much better this time around. I hope that was muted, because that's what the key that I was looking for is doing. So you're doing all right. You were doing some MSQs, Maisie, on your main account. Quite an emotional ride. Oh, hello, my friend. I cannot read your name because it's in kanji characters. Welcome to the Japanese data center. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Yes, Yak. Hello, my man. Yeah, you've been also looking out for me quite a lot. I appreciate it, my friend. You've been giving me a lot of wonderful, wonderful advices there. Yes, Road to 70 buff. It's awesome. It's awesome, man. I really love it. I really like when it's going quickly. What can I say? And I'm number 2, role waiting number 2 in the list number. I love that Final Fantasy XIV actually tells me when I'm in a queue for something, when it tells me what number in the queue I am. It's kind of like you calling a support line and they say to you, you are the second one in the line, like please hold the line. Like, I love that because I know that it's about to pop. How good is that? How good is that? That's good stuff. Alright, and here we go, duty roulette leveling. Let's hope it's not Sastasha. Let's hope it is Deepcroft. But if it's Sastasha, fine. So this is where we will be testing, right now, live testing, how the performance is on this data center in a dungeon. Is it gonna start lagging or whatever? Because we see usually in a dungeon a lot more than in other places. We usually see a lot more because we see other people skipping and other kind of stuff. When it's just you in the world, it's a little harder to see, is my point. Other kind of very early observations from Japanese servers, data centers. It's Deepcroft, yes. Hello all. Let's get this party started, my friends. Warrior buff. Here we go. Here is a little insight for you. Here is a little insight for you, my friends. Here is a little insight. Yes, I'm an experienced WoW tank. Not yet an experienced Final Fantasy XIV tank, but I'm a tank. I'm a tank at heart, okay? We tanks. Hello, Raxa. Thank you, my friend, for your warm welcome to the Japanese data center. Loving it so far. Here is what we don't like, my friends. We hate when DPS or anyone else starts pulling. Don't pull. I am not that slow. I do not think that I'm justifiable, like I'm slow enough to justify for you to start pulling for me. And I didn't in this case, as you can see. Oh, you don't, because the chat is closed by my overlay. Sorry about that. But what I said is hello all. That's all I said. I didn't use my typical I didn't use, oh, whoops, almost dropped. I didn't use my typical macro where I apologize straight away for my lack of experience with the dungeon and offer them to lead. I was like, I'm okay, hi. Anyway, hey Freddy, how are you, my friend? Mate, better. The game feels better. We are looking right now in the top right corner. As you can see, I'm mouse overing the sending and receiving. It's pretty high for me, but tell me what your numbers are like. So that's pretty high. But at the moment, when I look at the characters next to me, at my group members and at my own performance, this is fine. So when I say, hey, I'm lagging, blah blah, this is acceptable as long as I'm not like full on lagging, can't do anything. Like I'm okay. I'm okay with this. I'm okay. Hello Magic Mustafa. And hello Shiny. It's nice that you decided to stop by, everyone. I don't know what time of the day it is for you. Feel free to tell me. Let's have a little giggle. For me, this is mid-morning, and like I said already to people who have been watching from the beginning, maybe the stream, it's a spontaneous one. I've given up on trying to schedule streams. I know it's probably better for people, but it's kind of, last time it didn't pan out very well. I think for me it works a lot better when it's opportunistic like this. If people can join, it just gives me extra excitement, you know what I mean? And if you can't join, then you can watch after. It will post this thing after anyway. I'm just here for, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes. It's going to be nice and quick. It's going to be a nice and quick little journey. Let me catch up on the messages, my friends. I'm looking at the chat here while trying to still keep aggro of people. Florida, Lumi, hello to you too. Oh, PM, alright. This is the beauty of it, when you are playing with people from all over the world, and by playing with people, I mean virtually playing with people. Like, I love connecting with you like this, but I know I'm playing kind of by myself. Maybe we will. Look, I have Discord. You are welcome to check out Discord, and I have no practice of Discord, alright? So I'm very much in Discord, like, I don't even call myself a noob because I barely use it. I mostly chat to people who like reach out to me on Twitter, but I'm fairly passive on Twitter. My most activity is here and in the comments. And so far I've been like responding to literally everyone, even trolls, who then I respond to a troll and then I block them. Hello, thank you for your message, goodbye. Because I don't want any extra stress in this game. Like, I want to connect with lovely people. Hey, Shiny, you in Germany? 2 AM! You should be in bed! I'm sorry, I'm not your dad. Like, I shouldn't be telling you what you should and shouldn't be doing, but mate. Alright, what do we have there? What do we have there? Ooh, yes. Yes, thank you. I would like a helmet that is much better than mine. Alright, peak hour at night time on Japanese data center, says my friend with a very kanji Japanese character name, and I cannot even say what that is, but trust me, I read everything. I read everything. I might be talking a little bit off here, but I try to read everything. Hey Nelson, hello my friend, thank you very much for the words of support, means a lot. Look, I'm not trying to be this mega freaking streamer or whatever, YouTuber, but the more why I like people commenting, why I like people jumping on these streams, is because in these relative times of isolation, and I'm in Sydney, Australia, so right now we are in lockdown. Yes, we can go out to exercise a little bit, which I'm planning to do with my son very shortly, to kick a ball around, but at the same time, it's nice to connect with people like this, is all I'm saying. So when I see people genuinely connecting in the comments in real time like this, I freaking love it. I just love it. It's just my thing now. Yes. Ah, so you're saying, Yak, that the peak time matches for Oceania and Japan, so there is a lot more activity on the stream. Yeah, makes sense to me. All right, where do I go? I'm gonna follow this lovely person called Momizi. Except Momizi keeps pulling. Momizi, stop pulling. Stop pulling, man. What's up? Yeah, Maisie, I can see that you personally don't care if DPS pulls. Look, I do. You know why? I will tell you why. It doesn't matter if DPS pulls in this easy content. Like, I give you that. It doesn't. But it starts mattering when the content gets harder, alright? So when the content gets harder, it matters. Because I, as a tank, I take accountability. I'm a good tank. I take accountability. I want it to go okay. I don't want overzealous DPS overestimating my capability to hold aggro or stay alive. So they pull like 6 entities and then I'm like stuffed, you know? Thank you, Dalek Games. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate your support. Very much appreciated. I also want to have fun, and what I keep saying is, like, look, World of Warcraft, Path of Exile, Final Fantasy XIV, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, as long as you're having fun. If you're not having fun, you shouldn't be playing the game. You should be playing something else, right? Let's be honest. Yes, Maisie. Yes, my friend. And I am having a good time. and the essays that you're referring to are very much appreciated. And you know what? What I like about this kind of very organically forming little community of mine, which is a microscopic subset of people who play Final Fantasy XIV, let's say. What I like about this is that so far people are not too shy to repeat themselves. Like, let's say let's say Maisie wrote like an essay, right? Clearly, what I need to hear, what I absolutely need to hear, has already been said. But somebody else kind of says the same thing, but uses their own language, their own explanation, points out slightly different thing. For me, it all adds to the picture. It all adds to the picture. It all adds to the thing. So I don't mind it. I love it. And if somehow, I don't think I didn't reply to anyone, because so far, and I take kind of some form of pride in it, interestingly enough, because to me these are virtual relationships. It's not a throwaway thing. So I take pride in the fact that I reply to everyone. If you bothered to tell me something, then I bother to reply, okay? As long as, you know, we are friendly with each other. Because there were people, in all honesty, there were some people who sort of ticked me off a little bit. I was like, you know what, if you don't like my content, there are lots of places for you to be. Like, no hard feelings, right? I'm not telling you what to do. But don't tell me what to do, whatever. Hello, Galada Zazagrian. Yes, exactly, mate. Tanks pulling is established manners. It's a manners. It's just established good behavior, and that's how I want to play. I don't think I'm pathetically slow, and if I am in a new environment and I'm like uncertain what to do, okay, fine, pull. But I'll tell you, hey, I'm comfortable for you to pull. Then do it. I'm okay with that. It's not like I'm just being precious or whatever. Just manners. Yeah, that's what I think. Hey, Lumi. So I play also lately. So MMOs have been main thing. I did switch before to shooters. Some of the shooters, like you guys and girls, you have not seen me play shooters because it's just I didn't have an active channel then. Like I did have a channel, but I didn't have consistency in publishing. I didn't have consistency in engagement with people. That's why it kind of never went anywhere really. But I played things like Destiny. I played things like Division 2. So anything looter shooter like. So not just purely for shooting, but more also for RPG elements of it. So I did play shooters. At the moment, all I have time for, really like time and capacity for, I'd say MMORPGs, which basically is Final Fantasy XIV. Basically Final Fantasy XIV. That's it. That's it. I don't even want to try anything else. No, I'm not trying New World. I'm not. In case you wanted to ask me. No. I know that, like, here's the thing. If I was here for clicks, if I was here for growth of community or whatever, or like purely for, well, let's say monetary value of this, then I would jump onto the hottest new stuff, like New World. But in this particular case, Final Fantasy XIV is hardly new stuff. It's new for me, and I love it, and that's why I'm here, okay? So I'm not jumping onto New World. I'm not gonna disperse. MMORPG, Final Fantasy XIV. Action RPGs. I like action RPGs. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Mamizi, slow down. My God. What's she doing? Oh, he. Ooh. Anyway, I play Path of Exile. Path of Exile I play also casually. I don't pretend to be an expert, but I've published a couple of guides. Caught a metric ton of flack for it from people who like spend their lives in the game and they like know every little thing that I don't. I don't. But I'm not pretending to be an expert. Like I just discover, talk about this stuff kind of similarly to how I talk to you in here in Final Fantasy XIV. Anyway, so yeah, so that's to answer your question. That's what I play. Yeah. Oh, Shiny, did you drop hash comments? I can't remember. I can't remember, mate. And here is a measuring stick for you, my man. If I think that comments are undeservingly harsh, if I genuinely, yeah, think that comments are undeservingly harsh, then in all honesty, I probably would do a warning shot, as I always give people a chance. I always say, hey, tune down a bit. Like, I'm not telling you how to live your life. You don't tell me how to live my life, right? I think that's only fair. But if people are being toxic / undeservingly harsh, in all honesty, you wouldn't be here. Like, I probably would have blocked you. That's not me pretending. That's not me threatening anyone. It's just me being honest with you, heart to heart type of stuff. So, in other words, my man, or my girl, I don't think that you were harsh enough. So thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Yes, Maisie, I want to make videos that I like to watch, and in case you would like me to expand on that, I don't think that every video that I produced or every stream I put together so far or everything else that I've done so far fits that criteria perfectly. So in other words, I think there is vast improvement I can make in engagement, in how I put the videos together, in the topics I cover, in everything, right? But at the same time, look, it always comes from a good place. I might not always please everyone. In fact, guaranteed I won't please everyone. Guaranteed there will be people who are disliking this stream right now as we're talking. Yeah, I kind of got used to it. I got used to it. I accepted it for what it is. Yes, I always, maybe I waste my time. Tell me if I waste my time trying to start my videos by always like doing a bit of a disclaimer. Hey, I'm still new here. I'm not telling people that this is perfect information. I'm just discovering blah blah. Because people who are good people, they get it. People who are a little bit in their own zone, I'm not saying they're bad people, but I'm saying that I don't think that my disclaimers mean anything to them anyway. They'll disregard that anyway, is what I think. Look at this, Mamizi. Mamizi, you know what Mamizi is? Mamizi is a tank wannabe. And if I was in a worse mood, which I absolutely am not now, I'm in a great mood, especially thanks to you as well, my people. If I was in a worse mood, I'd just let her tank or him tank. You pull, you tank. Yeah, that's it. That's the Gyro rule. All right. Just catching up, letting my voice rest a tiny bit and catching up on the messages here in the stream. Yes, Shiny, it's interesting that people who have spent like thousands of hours in a certain game, World of Warcraft, Path of Exile, let's say, they just look, everyone is different, but I feel almost like they are almost looking for opportunity to correct you all the time, and not in the nicest of ways, because I've been corrected plenty by you lot, and I love you for it. And everyone was somehow, this community managed to correct me in a non-offensive way, and I welcome that. I absolutely 100% welcome that. Oh, what's happening? What's happening now? Oh, the stairs! The stairs! Oh, you know what? I have to skip this. I have to skip this because I bet that tank wannabe has already pulled. No. Oh, yes. Of course she did. Look at her! Already pulled! What the... Just slow down! Oh my god! Guys and girls, if you're watching this, don't be like Momizi. I'm sure she or he wishes well, but absolutely no coordination. I know you don't see the chat. Not a word in chat. Not nothing. Kill the bloody imp. Kill the bloody imp, people. Whether Maisie they think that they're being my pulling DPS. I was watching a cutscene, my friend. I was watching a cutscene and they already bloody pulled. Come on. No justification for that. Not in my world. Alright, let's get the aggro. Gyro, do your job, man. Oh, Shiny, you are in Mamizi's defense as well. We're not friends anymore. Just kidding. Yeah, I get you. Hey, you know what? There is nothing wrong with being my pulling DPS. Lovely concept. Lovely concept. Love it. Love it. Love it. If you see that I'm ready. But I'm now an expert of this game. Not really. But they, as far as they are concerned, the group is concerned, they look at me. Yes, Mr. Big Fella, I'm a WoW player, but I'm a well-wishing WoW player, my man. So... in this particular case, I am not ready. I am watching a cutscene. Well, that is Deepcroft almost done. Wonderful, and that's what I needed to do for MSQ. Done. Yes. Yes. Level up. I love leveling up. You know what? Like people who knew me from my World of Warcraft times when I was going through patch 8.3, doing a lot of videos on horrific visions. If you know what that was, that was amazing. That was a very good content in World of Warcraft. I rolled a lot of alts, so to speak. I was rolling a lot of alts. I wasn't sticking to the same main character for too long, because for me it was just not as fun, for what it's worth. It just wasn't. So here in Final Fantasy XIV, I'm still exploring. I haven't tried all the different jobs, far from it, right? I haven't tried all the different jobs, but at the same time, I'm kind of stuck right now to this Marauder Warrior. I actually am enjoying Marauder Warrior quite a lot, like a lot. And I think that I'll probably continue going with Marauder Warrior for quite some time here. And but then I think I'll go back to my usual pattern of being a little bit in an alt mode. Like I will go through the story, I imagine, on the Warrior probably till the end, so that I have one packed and waiting for the Endwalker content to start, because I'll look forward to that. But then as soon as that main character of mine reaches that point, I probably will go back to what I was talking to you in the other videos. For whichever reason, I was saying that I'm going to roll alts because I don't feel like paying going forward for unstable servers. But in this case, it could be driven just by the matter of how I play. I will just be exploring Gunbreak, I'll just be exploring Dark Knight, I'll be exploring stuff that talks to me, you know. That's what I think is going to be happening. Yeah. Praetorium has skippable cutscenes, Maisie says, and from the White Mage experience, were there any skippable cutscenes? I don't think so. I actually don't think so. And it's not about arguments about over people, you know. People pulling bosses, you say, during cutscenes. Hey, yet to like, this is my second character that's going through MSQ. So I think I'm yet to discover that, so we will actually see. I'll reconfirm this kind of stuff. Hey, my people, for now, this early, well, it's not very early, it's mid-morning in Australia, but this was always intended to be a spontaneous, very short stream. I love the fact that you found time to stop by. If you're like a new person who stopped by and you didn't mind this ranty kind of casual approach and generally the feel from what my content is standing for, subscribe if you haven't already, like the stream. YouTube, I think, promotes it to more people, shows the video to more people, the more people like it. But I'm not quite sure how this works. Whatever. If you liked it, like it. Just tell me, because it's encouraging for me personally. Yeah, and there'll be more of these. I know that recently I posted a poll and asked you, are you interested only in videos, or when would you like me to do the streams? And a lot of people said, just videos, man. Hey, no harm done, like I said, because these streams, they turn into videos, right? YouTube just republishes them as videos, so that's no problem. You can catch up later, and I then still respond in the comments below and all that kind of stuff. So, but this continues coming, and like I said already on this stream plentifully, really appreciate everyone who is jumping. Maisie is my person. Maisie is always there like this. Other people, Freddy is jumping on straight away. I think I get to know some new people. Mr. Big Fella, I don't think we spoke before, so love seeing you here. And the community means a lot to me, in case it hasn't been clear to you. What am I planning to do forward? I'm very firmly sucked into Final Fantasy XIV, let's be clear. Very firmly sucked into it. I've been World of Warcraft player for 15 plus years. I am so addicted to this manner of play. And now in this active, friendly world, friendly community, new expansion coming, I am beyond excited of what this game has for me. I was heartbroken with this whole server instability stuff. If Ramu server or any other Japanese servers can have me for the time being until we get Oceanic servers, I'm gonna be freaking happy, you know, and I'm gonna continue playing this. As parallel, I'm not asking you, this community, to support my videos on Path of Exile or whatever. For that, there is a separate community, Mr. Big Fella. Ozzy, oi, my man. But there will be some intermittent Path of Exile videos. Don't get discouraged by them. That is what I'm going to tell you quite honestly. If you like, oh, but I subscribed for Final Fantasy XIV and he published 2 Path of Exile videos. Don't worry. Don't worry. This is where the heart is right now. this is where this... I played Path of Exile before as well, or Diablo for that matter, but I was still in WoW all the time coming back. This is what's going to be happening here. So stick around. Don't panic if you see a Path of Exile video, okay? You don't need to dislike it. You don't need to anything. Like, there is a subset of this community that are Path of Exile people. I want them to still feel welcome, okay? Yes, Maisie, thank you very much. So far, fingers crossed, Japanese servers have been okay. So this initial stream, conclusion is, my initial impression is very, very positive. I would love to encourage now, because I'm about to log off, but I would love to encourage your contribution in the comments below as to what should I expect from the interaction with Japanese community otherwise. And by that I mean chat things, in the global chat things. Some of this is in English, what I'm seeing, some of this is in Japanese. Obviously I don't understand what's going on. Do you think I'll be missing out a lot? Also, please tell me, should I stay as part of a free company or should I not? This one break, whatever this is, I just jumped simply because I was just invited and I was like, accept, whatever, right? See you later, Lumi. You too. Have a good day, my friend. And so I just accepted this free company. I didn't choose it. And it's been very, very passive so far. It's not like much is going on, groups are happening, people are sharing gear. Should I find another one? Another free company? Should I leave it? Should I stay with it? Are there any benefits that I'm not seeing, like experience boosts or something? I don't know. So tell me. So this stuff is still of massive interest to me, yeah? So let's keep talking and keep an eye out on similar streams. Stuff like this is coming. More analytical videos where I have pre-compiled a set of like points that I want to talk to you about. Those will be still videos, but there'll be these streams going forward as well. Roy Akkad, thank you very much, my friend. I love that you enjoy the channel. Love to have you here. You've been struggling with the warrior on your arrival. Hey, I need to stop this. I want to keep talking, but I have stuff to do here with the family. But I will be popping in again, okay? Through the days. I'll be probably on every day or every second day, whatever, but opportunistically like this, half an hour to that. So if you see the notifications, turn on notifications or something. I don't know if it helps you or not. For now, I'm going to say massive thanks for everyone jumping on the stream today. Massive thanks. And talk to me in the comments. Stay tuned for more videos, yeah? Maisie, reading your final message, then I'm logging off. Toonberry on Japanese servers is effectively unofficial Aussie server. Plenty of EN speaking people on that server. Yes, I heard, but it's crowded and it's not giving me road to 70 experience buff. Road to 70 experience buff is why I am already in sort of reasonable level range. I'm almost accepting a job now because I'm like, what? Level... Oh, 31! I didn't even notice how I became 31. See? Love that. Love those feelings. So now I can just go and get the warrior thing. Next time though. For all of you there, love you. Please stay safe wherever you are. Not the best time in the world all over the place, but much safer in our little community and in these online environments. Thanks again. I'll be speaking with you again. Nami, thank you very much. Still strong motivation. Yes, of course it's strong. You enjoy your day as well, Nami. And thank you for jumping in.